What is going on, everybody? It's Skills here, and in today's video what we're going to do is we're going to be taking a look at the vendor reset, because yes, we had some really good items. We also had a lot of high stat roll items that are always good for your recalibration station, right? Because you can put it into your Rolodex and you can use that on other pieces later on. I think I even picked up about 3 for myself, and I'll explain in a second. The first place we're going to head to is going to be the level 30 vendor, and there's this Aces and Eights chest piece with 11% weapon damage, 11.4% critical hit damage. Remember, that's almost maxed out at 12%. I would roll the 11% weapon damage for 15% weapon damage, and then you have yourself a pretty solid Aces and Eights chest piece. If you ever decide to run a build that with a chest piece, you already have it. Just put it in your storage. The next piece I would recommend 100% picking up is the Foundry Kneepads. This isn't a bad roll at all at 132,000 armor. You can re-roll that explosive resistance for hazard protection, for armor regeneration, and you even need this piece to donate to the vendors, right, to the project. So I picked up 2 of these because I didn't have the knee pads before this, so it was an easy buy for me. I don't know if it's a buy for you guys, but I know a lot of people don't have this because this doesn't drop too often. So I would pick this one up. Now we continue going down. We do have a double barrel sawed-off shotgun. Now this has 15% shotgun damage, so another piece you can use in the Rolodex in your recalibration station. And look, it even rolled with 11% reload speed. So since there's only 2 rounds in the mag, well, this might be something you guys want to pick up, and you can max out that damage to armor with Vindictive. Not a bad piece at all. I personally gonna use it for the shotgun damage. Now I'm just gonna show you exactly what we have. As we keep going down, there is 2 more pieces. Two more pieces. I do want to show you this mask right here, Grupo Sombra, another maxed out rolled attribute of 12% skill haste. If you look at the little white dash, so it's more than what I have in my recalibration station. So I'm buying this piece alone for that 12% skill haste. Some of you might actually like this piece for some type of hybrid builds, but I'll let you guys play with that yourself. But overall, not a bad piece, but I really just need it for that 12% skill haste. But if you look, it has almost 13% weapon damage, maxed out skill haste, skill damage you can roll for anything. Now this piece right here, I do think that most of you guys might enjoy it. It's the Grupo Sombra holster. Now remember, this is going to give you 12% weapon damage, only 3% off of max. It does have 17.3% repair skills. I would probably roll critical hit chance, headshot damage, or critical damage on there. And then we have weapon handling, and you could leave that. We do have a mod for 16,000 armor on kill, 14% in snare health, 6.5% damage on the Firefly, and then for the shield, holster regeneration of 4.4%. But yeah, that typically is what I would buy from the level 30 vendor. The next vendor we're going to head to is right here at the campus, and she didn't have anything too great, but she did have this Roadie Mask with 14.8% weapon damage, and then it did have 13% health, and it had 9% critical hit damage. I would keep everything, get rid of the health roll, put critical hit chance on there for that 6%, and or even that headshot damage, and you have yourself a pretty solid piece with almost 2 maxed out roll items. So if you've been looking for an Roadie Mask with some pretty solid rolls, well, that's going to be what you guys want to get from here. Now they do have a DNH holster here that has weapon damage, weapon handling, headshot damage. Not bad rolls, nothing too crazy like I said. So that is just, I just want to show you this one. But there is one thing I did want to show you from this vendor right here, and it's going to be one of the mods since a lot of us are using Reviver Hive mods, there is one on here that's going to give us Reviver Armor Repair 8.5%. I would buy one of those if you don't have them. That's a pretty nice chunk, and you can put that onto your Reviver Hive, and then, like I said, Reviver Armor Repair. So on Revive, you get that. We're going to head over to the DZ vendors, and those are typically which ones you guys like to see because they have some of the better gear. So if we all go over to DZ West, we do have the typical green gear pieces. We have the True Patriot. We have the Hardwire as the Hardwire knee pads. So if you've been looking at putting this gear set together, remember Hardwire is always God rolled. We do have the new Walker and Harris gloves here. They have weapon damage, headshot damage. You can roll critical hit chance, critical damage for status effects. Not a bad piece to pick up if you've been looking at adding this to your pieces. is definitely something that you guys could add now, and then if you get a better piece later on, you guys could replace this. Now, they do have some Cheska knee pads that have 12.5% weapon damage, 10.2% critical hit damage. Then you could roll critical hit chance or headshot damage for that status effects, and you have yourself a really nice piece. Nothing too crazy, not bad at all. Remember, Cheska gives you the 10% critical hit chance. So if you guys are looking at putting something like this together on your build using the Cheska knee pads and you don't have one, this might actually be a good, nice little fill. And then the mods that they have right here, these are the mods right here. Nothing that stood out that I ended up picking up. The next vendor we're going to go to is the DZ South vendor. So we are going to fast travel there. Now, don't forget the DZ vendors use DZ resources that you get in the DZ alone. Now, this vendor right here, DZ South, has the name backpack, Matador, perfect adrenaline rush. Whenever you are within 10 meters of an enemy, you gain 23% bonus armor for 5 seconds, and this stacks up to 3 times. So that's why I tell you, a lot of people have been looking for this backpack, and the rolls on it aren't horrible at all. It already has hazard protection, which a lot of people have been using on their builds. It does have weapon handling, and the weapon damage isn't too crazy. I would probably keep the weapon handling, roll 15% weapon damage, or maybe even keep that weapon damage at what, 9.6%, roll critical hit damage. But it's not a bad piece if you're looking to build around. Now, it does, remember, the one piece Walker and Harris gives you 5% weapon damage. So if you're looking to start off with a perfect adrenaline rush, you wanted to add this to your build, well, this is a good starter piece. And then when you get a better one, well, you can add it later on. They do have an SMG, the M19, which is going to give you 15% SMG damage. I will get this, put it in my recalibration station, and then call it a night. Not bad at all if you've been looking for that. But remember, this does cost you, all these pieces will cost you DZ credits. Now, you do have a True Patriot backpack with armor and headshot damage rolled on there. And then you do have another hardwire piece with skill tier and hazard protection. So that's just something for you guys to keep in mind when you guys are doing this. But yeah, so that was pretty much it from there. We're going to head over to the DZ East. This will be the last vendor, as I really didn't see anything in the theater that was worth showing you guys. So let's head there now. So now that we're at DZ East, the first item we are going to pick up is going to be a sniper rifle, and it's going to be damage to armor. It's fully maxed out. It's right here on this custom M44, 6% damage to armor. Use it for your Rolodex if you're looking at putting that piece on there. There's also a pretty solid health damage roll on here for this LMG, so if you need that for your Rolodex, you do have. For the green gear sets, you have ongoing directive with weapon damage, weapon handling, tip of the spear, weapon damage, armor regeneration. So overall, from this piece right here, the only other piece I would pick up is this Wyvern Holster with 18,935 health. Yes, I wouldn't use this pretty much for anything else, but I would use it for my Rolodex to max it out, because I know a lot of you guys are trying to finish the recalibration station. So you really have 2 items you can pick up from here if you need those maxed out rolls and tired of not having them. You can use the health, and you can use the damage to armor. But that's about it. That's all I really found from this week. I felt like the level 30 vendor was where the action was at this week, where all the good items were. So if I did miss an item that you thought was worth picking up, let me know. I should have Casey Mendoza's video tomorrow, so that should wrap up everything for the vendors for this week. Sorry I didn't do one last week, but we had the raid. There was a lot to put out. I was super busy. But we should be back with the vendor rotations. So we'll have Casey, Miss Mendoza tomorrow, and that will wrap up the vendor resets. Let me know if you guys enjoy these videos. If you guys do, all you have to do is leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below if I missed anything, and I'll see you guys in the next one. But until then, Nothing But Skills is out.